On is this thing on? Welcome to Marshall doing some hair. Hey, so you're gonna watch me do my mom's hair live. So I'm just gonna hop right to it, okay, guys? I'm gonna clip you on here so you can watch me. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna use some of the Melanin hair care. It's the leave-in. I'm gonna mix it with some of the REDKEN FRIZZ Dismiss. The flat iron that I'm gonna be using is the Nano Titanium by Red. So I'm gonna use this because the Melanin hair care leave-in conditioner is actually a really good detangler. And I really feel like it's a very good hydrating leave-in. It does the job, you know? So I stick to it. It's made by, what's her name? 85, Natural 85. She's just an amazing person, really good with her own hair, and has come up with some really good products. So now with that, I'm gonna go about detangling the hair, starting from the ends clearly. You wanna start from the end and work your way up. You can see a little better. Put some more light in here. See if you can see better this way. Is that better? Okay. So we're detangling. We had her hair in twists. We had her hair in braids for a few. So we're gonna be combing out some of the old hair that was there. We shampooed it. I used the Grow shampoo and also the Biotin shampoo. Okay, very good. Very good. That's done. I'm gonna come over here. Detangle from here. When you're detangling, always detangle from the end, going up. And one thing that I try to do is keep a grip before I pass the comb, because that helps avoid a lot of pain for the person. Although it's so easy to not. Now the combing also really does help to distribute the product throughout the hair. All right. So we've detangled. Done a good job detangling. Not a lot of shedding. That's good. Not a lot of shedding. So now I'm gonna put the SILKENING drops. Right? So it's a mixture of BIOSILK and the KENRA. And that's gonna be enough for the hair to be silked out. Separate it this way. So what I am going to do is I am going to be doing the tension method. Simply because it's less stress. So I use the brush to kind of create the desired tension, and I'm gonna call it like the neat desired tension, right? Because the brush will be able to actually create that uniform tension. And I will just let the blow dryer dry. Hello, hey Mighty, how you doing? Yeah, light. I know it's a late night for a hair appointment, but she woke up with a desire, says let's get it done. So I'm gonna actually be doing a press. So I put the products that I'm using up there, and I'm just blowing her hair out. I started the blowout using the tension method. So, and then now I'm using the brush. So I do that so that we don't have to really do too many brush passing through the hair either, you know? How are you feeling? How's your weekend, Mighty? I hope you're having a good weekend. So I'm gonna do this blowout. It's gonna be completely with medium heat. I'm not gonna be using high heat at all. I will not be using high heat. How are you feeling? What's going on? remember when you're blowing hair out, you don't want to peter out. So what does petering out mean? It means you take the hair out of the brush before it takes itself out. You just let the air and the brush do the job. Let it go through until the hair itself comes out of that brush. The last hair on its own. Alright? And that helps to make sure that the ends themselves are dry. That's how that blow dryer. Yes, it does. It does. It blows the hair out really good. So okay, so I didn't put that down. This is the porcelain ceramic by BABYLISS Professional. They're really good. Now I will tell you, after about a year of use, the medium does get hot. So that's how come I'm always very, very careful to try and alternate between the medium and the cool, medium and the cool, because it will get hot. I do love Solano blow dryers as well. I'm planning to get another Solano. Solano was actually the first blow dryer that I used to use. So I am looking to go back to Solano. But I really do love the BABYLISS because it does get super hot. You know? And the tension method, I really love it because it gets the hair dry. So if you're passing the brush through wet hair a lot, you might be breaking it, you know? So I like to kind of, they would call it rough dry. So I like to rough dry with the tension method. That way the hair is not so wet when I go in with the brush, you know? When I go in with the brush, it's not gonna be going through wet hair. It'll actually, even though the brushes I use are wet brushes, you know? They're brushes that are made for wet hair. But it's just an extra protection. Because the thing is, her hair, she's not really producing a lot of new hair. So whatever she loses is actually gone. So we have to try and preserve whatever it is that's there, you know? So I have not used high heat. You notice it's blowing her hair out very straight, but it's on medium heat and low heat. Medium and cool. Medium and cool is what I'm using to alternate. So it's also the matter of the products that I'm using to blow it out. It's a matter of the brush that I'm using. Those are all things that come into play, you know? Okay, so we're essentially done with the blowout. This is the blowout. Hey, how are you? So now I'm hitting her with the cool air. Se siente fresco, right? Okay. So now I'm going to turn on the air conditioner. So I do turn off the air conditioner when the hair is wet, simply because I want to avoid anybody getting sick, especially my mom. But once I'm done, then it's showtime, you know? Let me turn you this way, okay, a little bit. Okay, let me try and fix it so that you guys can see me better. I'm gonna start working on this side. I'm going to essentially be creating curls. Everything is good. Everything is good, Omar. It's good to see you. Es Omar, el hijo de Pilar. Le está diciendo hi. Hello. She says hello. Her hair is really growing. Hi, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. With the meds she's taking, she shouldn't really have much hair, but we're doing good. You know, the silk, we do the silk wraps, the silk caps. For sleeping, we try our best, you know? We try our best. So here's the first curl. I don't worry too much about the B2Bs when it comes to the styles. A little bit closer. Yeah, see what I'm doing. ¿Me vas así? Gracias. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Jackson. How's that looking? How's that looking? Hi, what's up? What's up? How y'all doing? So the same rule applies to the iron. When you're passing it through the hair, you don't open it until the hair itself comes out of it. You know what I mean? Like, because let's say you open it and it's at the end will not have been pressed. So you keep it closed. Now what I do, a trick that I do, is when I'm closer to the ends, I open it a little bit. So that it's just the heat and not so much the actual iron plates pressing the ends, because the ends are always the more sensitive hair. They're the ones that will get heat damage, you know, and they may snag. Even if the hair itself is healthy and completely dry, it may snag. So I try my best to avoid a snag by simply opening it a little bit by the time I am near the ends. Now this iron, I did get it in Amazon. Again, this is the Nano Titanium Red. It's I think it's the half inch. It's good. I really like working with it. I feel that natural hair does respond well to titanium. It responds well to ceramic as well. So if you use ceramic, wonderful for you. There's nothing wrong with ceramic. I have no qualms with it. And again, slow and steady wins this race. Just go at it slow and steady. Slow and steady. The hair has heat protection, a lot of heat protection. We're moving along pretty quickly, right guys? Moving quickly and safely. Now, when I'm worried about burning the ears, I make sure where I'm working from is this part. So I don't go in here. I'll put the hair in, and where I want to press will be on this section. So slide the hair through and work from this section. That way the ear is away from the hot plate. See that? It's away from the hot plate. Make two sections from here. That's what I'm gonna do. Some flat irons actually are wide enough to be able to take on this full section. This one is not, so I'm not gonna try and do that. I know it's only one section that it could work, so we'll work with that one section. So again, I'm going to be working from the edge. This part is what's going to go in and press. It's going to go in and press. And I also make sure to angle it away from the scalp. So let's say this is the scalp. I'm not angling in, I'm angling away. All right. And the reason for that is clearly we don't want to press the scalp. Or as my little sister says, skin, skin. What we want to press is the hair. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. And the comb also helps to keep the hair guided inside of the plate as opposed to outside of the plate. And sometimes we worry, oh my goodness, if I touch the curl too much. Don't worry about that. You know, the curl's not necessarily going to be lost. Essentially, once it's put in there, and especially with double plates like a flat iron does, it's in there for a while, you know? It's in there for a while. It's not gonna go anywhere. So I go in, but then you'll see that I twist as I'm moving up. See that? Pow! And you guys saw me do this. It hasn't taken me too long. Yeah, her hair is not as dense as many other people's hair would be, but essentially it doesn't take too long, partially because of the prep work, you know? Partially because of the prep work. Also because of the experience. The experience matters. So this one I do decide to separate in a diagonal kind of thing. Diagonals work really good when you're dealing with hair, be it for color work or pressing. So that when you do, if you do decide to wrap it, you're not gonna have a lot of lines, period. You know, you're not gonna have a lot of lines. Ah, let it out, baby. Esa cosa matan. And we are officially done. Yeah, terminó. Solo le vas a lavar. Está bien. I got it. Okay. Espere, porque le quiero, I want to show off the hair. So, this is the hair. Turn this way a little bit para que puedan ver el pelo como le quedó. There you go. There you go. We are finished. What do you guys think? Sorry, I'm turning you a little bit around. Mira, amor, déjese mirar. No. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that's it. She's about to beat me up, so that's all y'all get to see. But that was fun. Thank you guys for joining me. Mighty, I love you from the heart. Hey, Danny, thank you so much for having joined me. I appreciate it. By alrededor. Thank you so much. Mighty. Wait a minute. I would want to make sure I don't lose you guys because the camera's sliding down. So I do want to try and take a screenshot of the people that were here so I can give you guys shout outs. And I want to say thank you so very much. Mighty, if you have any questions, holler at me, okay? I love you. Goodbye, my lovely Marshall blenders. I'll see you soon. Ciao.